Bob, you've been fighting this for 45 years. I've been fighting it for 16 years, 14 plus on air. But just as a red-blooded human who wants freedom, when I see people openly praising Mao and saying they're going to take my guns and saying they're going to ban my free speech, I mean, I literally have been in a super aggressive mood the last day and a half, hopping around the office, barely controlling myself, punching holes in walls. I'm not even really angry. I'm just in absolute war mode where I mean, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, I know a threat of a bunch of dirty scum openly calling for criminal COINTELPRO to infiltrate my office and set me up and send me to prison. I mean, this little piece of crap needs to be arrested, not in the White House running all federal laws.
Well, you're right, but how do we bring that about?
I just can't look at his picture. I just can't look.
We can try to get the right people in Congress. Maybe they'll stop it. It's their only legal avenue. I mean, they don't care whether they break the law. They make the law. They don't care about the Constitution. They do what they feel like doing. And that's, what you've said throughout the program is a perfect example of that. And so we're going to have to try to work through the system, which we are and have been. And if it doesn't work, well, then we'll have to use something else.
What is the bully psychology of flaunting that they're in charge and they're going to take our rights and openly throwing it out and announcing it and then always denying it separately? What is the point of that? Well,
it's psychopathic is what it is, because they just don't care.
Land of the free, home of the brave, with a bunch of people saying they're communists who work for offshore banks, robbing everything, saying we're bad because we want free speech in the Second Amendment. And he's going to be our next Supreme Court justice, probably, unless we stop him. Bob, let's continue. You want to play some video clips, audio clips of him, and then get into some other issues with Bob Chapman. I'm Alex Jones. Chris Matthews, producer, has told me he was coming to Austin to interview me this Sunday. They just called up. I just talked to her. His crew is still coming here, but Chris Matthews has chickened out. I mean, even with a taped interview, I didn't approach them. I don't care about being on a show. I already took it over for an hour in Denver live. Anytime I want to be on the Chris Matthews show, I can just go to a major event where he's broadcasting live and just take it over like I did Geraldo Rivera. Then they tried to bait and switch and say, well, now he's going to come to Houston. Will you come to Houston? I said, no. You want to come here? That's fine. And then, they called just now and said they're not going to be able to come, but is it all right if they come? And then I'm sure that'll be canceled too, which is great. I don't want to be around them. But it just shows how the establishment doesn't know how to deal with me. Because they know no matter how they mischaracterize us, how they take us out of context, how they spin us, no matter what they do. I like hit pieces. Because people then actually come and find out what we're doing and how we document everything. Speaking of documenting, we're going to read some quotes and also play some clips of one of the top White House czars over the implementation of all law through the executive and get Bob Chapman's take on that. I did want to just briefly tell you, we get sent new videos and books almost every day. In fact, now it's sometimes multiple times a day, and I turn down the vast majority of them. It's got to be well-produced, cover a lot of facets, and be really informative before we sell it on the Infowars.com video bookstore. Well, I got a video that I'm not just proud to carry, I'm really excited about. It's got Daniel Estulin, it's got G.W.Bush Griffin, it's got Catherine Albrecht in it, and so many others. It's called Shadow Government, How the Global Elite Plan to Destroy Democracy and Your Freedom. And it breaks down the total control grid, and it does it from a great perspective to really wake people up. So I hope people will order Shadow Government today. And it's got a little bit of a Christian perspective in it, so it's really good for churches and groups like that as well. So again, it's Shadow Government. You can get it for, $18, 17 something at Infowars.com, discounted. And get Fall the Republic for $9.95, half price, or get a T-shirt for $5.95 when you get it with Shadow Government, some of our best-selling T-shirts. We're almost out of the Obama Joker shirts. When they're done, we're not going to sell those anymore. That's one of our best sellers. It's a limited edition. There's still some sizes of that left. You can check it at Infowars.com, but we've got a bunch of other T-shirts in all sizes for you, so you can still get the T-shirt for $5.95 when you get it with the films, and a bunch of other discounts. Also, today is the last day, but we're so limited on staff, it'll probably run through the weekend, and then there'll be new banners up and new specials Monday. We may even change it tomorrow, but the point is, you can get 5 months free until we take it down this weekend. We do it every year, part of December, part of January. 5.5 months free at prisonplanet.tv. We simulcast the radio show in living color, full production, video, document cams. Adds a whole new dimension, archives of that show, better audio archives, video archives, all my films, my book, Paul Watson's book. In April, it'll be 6 years of prisonplanet.tv. It's got to be 10,000 or more pieces of audio and video, and you can download it, burn it to disk, give it to your friends and family, and a library, an armory of resistance and InfoWar on every subject you can imagine, every permutation of info. prisonplanet.tv. You can also call toll-free to get Shadow Government of the other films, 888-253-3139, 888-253-3139. Okay, going back to Bob Chapman. Bob, I've been ranting over Obama's favorite for Supreme Court Justice, Sunstein, openly says ban guns, openly says ban free speech. How arrogant are they saying he's the guy they're going to tap when Ruth Bader Ginsburg leaves? Again, I mean, they think, I guess it's that mainstream. They know they're tyrants, they know the Congress are tyrants, and that they think they can get him through despite this. What does that say about him?
It says that they think that, although they want us to think, they're in total control and that we can't do anything about it. And I got news for them. They're not in total control, and we can do something about it. And besides, the minute we stop trying to keep our freedom, we may as well just go and join them and live on our knees as slaves. And so I believe that this is a move out of desperation as well to come out and say these sort of things and come out and say that they want this man to be on the Supreme Court. But you know, they're being forced to do that. I mean, we've met them at the pass, and they're fighting, and we're winning. This is the first time ever. I mean, they've had everything to themselves for years and years and years. And so I think we got to keep on doing what we're doing. I mean, it's no wonder they're upset. I mean, the things that you just said about the product that you have out there to tell people, you know, what's going on and how to understand it and what the facts are, it's killing them. I mean, what you've done is enormous.
Well, it's what we've all done.
Everybody else has helped who's involved, too, but they haven't had the impact that you have.
Well, when Obama deception's been seen more than 30 million times for free online, 4 million for Fall of the Republic, and all my films, everything, it just continues. We are literally reaching hundreds of millions of people every 4 or 5 months or so in one way or another in media, and the hundreds of interviews I do, the thousands you do, Bob. And there's hundreds of us that are prominent, that know what we're talking about, that don't get caught up in the COINTELPRO, who don't get caught up in the infighting. Briefly dealing with COINTELPRO, for those that don't know, that's this infighting mechanism. Tell people how you can spot COINTELPRO. Obviously, all these fake patriot sites that all they do is attack other people, it's come out they're COINTELPRO. Hal Turner, the top Nazi, COINTELPRO. Now it comes out he's FBI agent in federal court. Oklahoma City, COINTELPRO. I mean, they've got to cast us as the bad guys somehow. And he says in these reports he wrote, Sunstein says, we have to attack them as conspiracy theorists because no one believes us anymore. So it's kind of schizophrenic. He says, oh, we're all powerful, but man, these people are hurting us. We've got to pose as them to somehow try to get everybody fighting with each other, just like they did in the 60s to groups and the 70s and 80s to conservatives. But this isn't working anymore, namely because too many people are standing up and speaking out. They don't have the personnel to get it done, Bob Chapman.
You're absolutely right. And with this COINTEL program, you can usually spot these people pretty easily because you know, they won't be around for very long, and they'll be telling you, don't you think we should go over there and attack the police barracks and shoot everybody in there. I mean, this is the kind of things that they come up with. And you have to be awful dumb to get sucked in on it. They'll try anyway. But those people are already out there. The government already has them out there. They've had them out there for years. I mean, one time I came back into the country, and they were waiting at the airport for me. I mean, they don't give up either, but they don't have the personnel to reach the people like we do. Well, let me put it this way. There's a lot of people who do not believe anything that they hear on the regular AM, FM radio or on television.
And those numbers are growing.
And they're all gravitating toward what we're talking about. I mean, I get more letters. People say, gee, it's so nice to have somebody tell the truth.